Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into a groundbreaking advancement in cybersecurity that's redefining how we protect complex systems. Imagine giving your digital fortress a brain that thinks as fast as the hackers trying to break in. Let's unpack how a tool called HAL is transforming the field and why this matters for all of us. Here's the problem. Traditional security systems are like castles with a single, slow-moving gate. They rely on databases like the National Vulnerability Database, NVD, to track weaknesses, but these are manual. When a new flaw is discovered, it can take weeks to analyze and update. Hackers, they don't wait. They exploit those gaps the moment they're found. Enter HAL, not the AI from 2001. A space odyssey, but a smart risk manager for intrusion-tolerant systems, ITS. Think of it as a cybersecurity superhero that doesn't just react to threats, but anticipates them. HAL uses machine learning to predict what new vulnerabilities might look like and how likely they are to be exploited. But here's the catch. Even HAL needed better data to work with. That's where the new breakthrough comes in. Researchers built a custom tool, a digital detective that scours the web in real time for threats. This scraper doesn't just check one or two sources. It hunts through security advisories, research forums, and even live ExploitDB. Imagine a system that's always listening, always learning, and always staying ahead of the curve. This real-time data lets HAL spot unverified vulnerabilities sooner, giving systems a head start. Now let's talk about how HAL works. Traditional risk managers rely on static scores like CVSS, Common Vulnerability Scoring System, to rate threats. But those scores are like a snapshot. They don't account for the fast-paced, ever-changing world of cyber threats. HAL's new approach integrates real-time data, allowing it to dynamically reassess risks. It's like having a weather forecast that updates every minute instead of every day. But here's the kicker. HAL isn't just smarter, it's balanced. Researchers tested 3 risk managers, Heo, Lazarus, and HAL. Heo was great at security but missed hidden risks, while Lazarus excelled at resilience but wasn't as proactive. HAL, it's the Goldilocks of the group, balancing both security and resilience. How? By using clustering algorithms to group similar vulnerabilities and machine learning to predict scores for unassessed flaws. The results? Systems protected by HAL were more secure and resilient. In one test, HAL's dynamic risk assessments reduced the time to detect critical vulnerabilities by 40%, while maintaining a 95% accuracy rate in predicting exploit likelihood. This isn't just incremental progress, it's a paradigm shift. But how does this translate to real-world impact? Let's break it down. Traditional systems often rely on CVSS scores, which are calculated based on fixed metrics like exploitability and impact. However, these scores don't account for contextual factors, like whether a vulnerability is already being exploited in the wild. HAL addresses this by integrating real-time threat intelligence, such as exploit code availability and active attack patterns. For example, if a flaw is mentioned in a hacker forum or appears in a live demo, HAL flags it as high risk, even if its CVSS score is moderate. The technical backbone of HAL is its use of BERT-based models, the same AI that powers chatbots, to analyze vulnerability descriptions. By training these models on millions of vulnerability reports, HAL can identify subtle indicators of risk that humans might miss. This approach is detailed in papers like Predicting CVSS Metrics via Description Interpretation and Vul Distill BERT, which show how natural language processing can decode the language of vulnerabilities. But HAL isn't a standalone tool. It's part of a broader ecosystem. Researchers built a scraper, a digital detective that automatically gathers data from sources like NVD, ExploitDB, and AlienVault OTX. This scraper isn't just efficient, it's adaptive. Even with limitations like AlienVault OTX's rate limits, it pulled in 2 GB of data, enough to keep HAL's models sharp and up-to-date. The implications are huge. In a world where threats evolve faster than patches, HAL represents a proactive defense strategy. It's not just about fixing problems, it's about predicting them. Imagine a system that doesn't just react to attacks, but anticipates them, like a personal bodyguard for your digital life. Looking ahead, researchers plan to expand data sources, tackle misinformation in open-source intelligence, and test HAL in real-world systems. Because cybersecurity isn't just about fixing problems, it's about predicting them before they happen. Thanks for watching. If you found this intriguing, hit subscribe for more deep dives into tech that shapes our digital world. And let me know in the comments, what's your take on AI-driven security? Stay curious, and we'll catch you next time.